Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today, we're diving into a real estate strategy that doesn't require you to own rental properties, swing a hammer, handle renovations, or even have piles of cash saved up. I'm talking about wholesaling real estate. And more specifically, I'm going to break down how just one wholesale deal could potentially replace your entire yearly paycheck. That's right. One properly structured deal could equal the same money you're spending 12 months earning at your job right now. Now, I know that sounds wild. How could a single real estate transaction possibly match a whole year's salary? Stick with me, because by the time we finish, you'll clearly see how it works, why it's realistic, and how you can set yourself up to make it happen. Let's begin with what wholesaling actually means. Put simply, wholesaling is about finding properties at a discount and connecting them with investors who want to buy them. As the wholesaler, you're not purchasing the property yourself, you don't need a mortgage, and you never actually own the home. Your role is to find motivated sellers, people eager to sell quickly, whether because they've fallen behind on payments, inherited a property they don't want, are relocating, or have a house that needs too many repairs. You sign a contract to purchase the property at a reduced price, then you assign that contract to a buyer, usually an investor, and you collect a fee for bringing the deal together. That fee is what's called an assignment fee, and here's where it gets powerful. Depending on the deal, those fees can range from a few $1,000s to tens of thousands, and in some cases, even six figures. Yes, some wholesalers have walked away from a single deal with more money than many people earn in an entire year. So let's compare it to your income. Say you're making $50,000 a year at your job. That's roughly $4,000 a month before taxes, and you're trading 40+ hours a week for a full year to hit that number. Now picture landing one wholesale deal where the spread, the difference between the contract price and the investor's purchase price, is $50,000. That's a single transaction matching what you'd usually spend 12 months working for. Here's an example. Imagine a property worth $250,000 once it's fixed up. Right now, though, it's in bad shape. Maybe it needs new flooring, a roof, or bathroom updates. The seller doesn't have the resources to repair it and just wants to sell quickly. You negotiate and get the property under contract for $150,000, $100,000 below its after-repair value. You then present the deal to your network of buyers, flippers, landlords, or cash investors for $180,000. It's still a great deal for them, since there's plenty of profit margin. For you, that's a $30,000 assignment fee. One deal, 30 grand. And remember, you never owned the house, never took out a loan. You just connected the dots. Now think bigger. Same type of deal. Spread is even wider. Let's say you secure the property at $200,000 and assign it at $280,000. That's an $80,000 check. If you make $60,000 annually, you've just beat your salary with one transaction. If your income is $40,000, you just doubled it. This is why people get so excited about wholesaling. The income potential is massive compared to the time and resources you put in. The beauty of wholesaling is that you don't need a lot of capital. You don't need to be wealthy to get started. What you really need is knowledge, hustle, and the ability to find and negotiate great deals. That's your currency. Many wholesalers begin with nothing more than a phone and determination. They drive neighborhoods looking for rundown houses, what's called driving for dollars. They call homeowners, put up ads, and build relationships with real estate agents. Your job is to become a deal finder, because investors are always hungry for good opportunities. Let's talk numbers again. Wholesale fees vary widely based on the property, market, and your negotiating. Some wholesalers earn $5,000 on smaller deals. Others consistently bring in $15,000 to $25,000 per contract. And then there are those big checks, $50,000, $75,000, even over $100,000 in a single deal. Those happen when the gap between what you contract the property for and what an investor will pay is large enough. And remember, there's no cap on how often you can do this. Some wholesalers close one deal a month, some multiple deals. But even if you only landed one sizable deal, it could be life-changing. Think about that. Suppose you do one wholesale deal that nets you $40,000. That's equal to an entire year of working at a 20 per hour job. But instead of clocking in for 12 months, you spend a few weeks hustling, finding the deal, negotiating, and connecting with a buyer. What would you do with that? Pay off debt? Save for a rental property? Start another business? That's the power of wholesaling. It allows you to compress a year's worth of income into a matter of weeks. Now, I want to stress this. Wholesaling is simple to understand, but it's not easy money. You'll need to put in work. You have to learn how to spot motivated sellers, how to talk to people, negotiate, and solve problems. Many sellers are dealing with tough personal circumstances: foreclosure, divorce, inherited homes, or financial struggles. Your job is to offer them convenience, speed, and certainty in exchange for a lower price. When you can do that, everybody wins. The seller gets relief, the buyer gets a good deal, and you get paid. That's why wholesaling is often called the gateway to real estate investing. It teaches the essentials: finding properties, analyzing deals, negotiating, and building a network of buyers. Even if you never wholesale again after a few deals, the skills you build will set you up for flipping, rentals, or development. So, how do you actually begin? Step 1. Start hunting for distressed properties. Drive around your area looking for homes with overgrown lawns, boarded windows, or stuffed mailboxes. Step 2. Build a list of possible sellers. There are even tools that help you track pre-foreclosures, tax-delinquent houses, or absentee owners. Step 3. Reach out. Call them, knock on doors, send mailers. Let them know you're interested in buying houses. At the same time, build your buyers list. Connect with local investors, attend real estate meetups, talk to agents, and network online. Know who's buying in your market and what they want. That way, when you secure a deal, you already have buyers ready. The critical piece in wholesaling is running the numbers correctly. You need to understand ARV, after repair value, estimate renovation costs, and know what buyers are willing to pay. A common investor formula is the 70% rule, which says they'll pay about 70% of ARV minus repairs. So if a house will be worth $200,000 fixed up and repairs are $30,000, the buyer will want to pay around $110,000. If you secure the property at $90,000, that's a $20,000 assignment fee for you. Once you learn this math and practice, you'll start seeing opportunities everywhere. And here's the truth. You don't need dozens of deals to change your life. Even one solid transaction can equal a year's income. Let me share a story. A young man in his 20s was working a job paying him about $35,000 a year. He learned wholesaling, hustled for a few months, and found a property someone inherited but didn't want. He locked it up for $85,000, and an investor bought it for $120,000. His assignment fee? $35,000. That one check nearly matched his full-time salary. From there, he kept going, and within a year had replaced his job completely through wholesaling. That's why people say wholesaling can change your life. It shows you a new way to make money outside of the 9-to-5 grind. It proves you don't have to trade your time for dollars forever. With the right strategy, you can condense years of earnings into weeks. Now, not every wholesale deal will replace your yearly income. Some will be smaller, some won't close. But once you land that first one, you'll never look at money the same way again. You'll realize your income ceiling isn't set by your boss or a paycheck, it's set by your effort, your hustle, and your problem-solving skills in real estate. So the next time you hear that real estate can make you wealthy, remember wholesaling. It's one of the quickest paths to see results for yourself. You don't need to wait years for appreciation. You don't need to be a landlord. You don't need to renovate. All you need to do is find the deal, connect the seller and buyer, and collect your fee. And sometimes that one fee is enough to replace a year's worth of wages. Thanks for watching. If this video opened your eyes to what wholesaling can do, hit that like button, subscribe for more real estate insights, and drop a comment below. If you made your full annual salary from one wholesale deal, how would you use it? Would you invest, save, or finally walk away from your job? I'd love to know. Remember, just one deal could change everything. Take action, and the next big check might have your name on it.